Welcome guys to the new PUBG map Rondo, an 8x8 map with the largest playable terrain in PUBG history. And this is Jet.
So that the largest playable area in PUBG history, that's because most of the time they say they're 8x8 maps, but the island is a little smaller than 8x8. So it's not a true 8x8. I think the one right now that has the most playable space right now is Miramar. Could be wrong. That's because Miramar is technically not an island, and there's a hole on the western side and the northern side. It's it's not on an island, right? There, it goes up against a unplayable area and a cliff and the northern wall.
Adena City, a modern cityscape filled with towering buildings and vibrant neon signs offering urban combat scenarios within its bustling streets. Or how?
So okay, let's look at the city for a second. So I'm wondering, with these big skyscrapers, is it going to be just kind of like Destin, where there's only like 1 or 2 floors on the bottom playable, and then you zip up to the top, and then you can loot the roof? Because I don't know. I guess it's okay, but it'd be kind of cool if there was a lot more floors to use. You know what I mean? It probably would affect the server and stuff if loot and players were on multiple levels and multiple buildings, but it would be cooler if you could access more than just 1 or 2 floors on the bottom and 1 or 2 floors on the top.
Streets. Or how about Renjan, which is characterized by waterfront restaurants and upscale residential complexes. This area also includes a port, providing diverse combat opportunities along it.
So will there be ferries on this map, maybe? Like on Erangel?
Its maritime gateway. Julin, a region that captures traditional aesthetics with dense forest
Looks
and
like Tego.
picturesque lakes, offering a serene backdrop for gameplay. Neox Factory, the factory where they produce the Blanc vehicle, a new SUV exclusive to Rondo. This Neox brand factory features
looks like a cool drop.
test track and industrial zones, providing a variety of experiences. Or what about the stadium? Located in Rondo, this multi-purpose stadium hosts a variety of sports events, but occasionally it can also become venue for a spectacular concert.
Oh, dude, we can set up races around here. Dude, like a Daytona 500 on the inside with bikes. Are there open areas up here at the top of the stadium with like multiple access points? Be kind of cool. I mean, if they had zips on the inside to get up onto the roof and stuff, we'll see.
And I wonder what that means. Tinlong Garden, distinguished by traditional housing styles, stunning waterfalls, and
wow, this is a 2-tiered little exterior building here wrapping around. I wonder if you'll be able to vault up and get up on the rooftops here. This area at first glance kind of looked like Palace on Tego.
unique terrain features.
See right here, you can see this area in here kind of looks like Palace. The one thing I see is that it looks like Tego, but it doesn't look like there doesn't look like there's as much foliage as I thought there was, but maybe.
Creating a visually captivating environment. This looks like a visually stunning map, but we all know that just because something looks good, it doesn't mean it plays good.
Exactly.
So we're yet to find out how fun this map is to play. And I've done this too long now to try to guess too much based on screenshots. So this map will, apart from being the largest map when it comes to playable area in the game, it will also have some new features. And I got a list here that put
this bamboo forest. I did see something recently that said that you'll be able to drive through the forest and just level the bamboo as you're driving through it. You able to fit in between these bamboo sticks, like lay prone in there, or I don't know. Does it grow back? Oh, seems like a pretty cool idea.
PUBG sent out to PUBG partners. First of all, we're gonna get a new SMG, the JS9. They say it's gonna be one of the best weapons in the game.
Ah! Ugh. Oh man, to be honest, like, I'll just be honest with you guys, chat. That is such a huge disappointment. Positioned as one of the top weapons in the game. Like, come on. The SMGs are already broken. We know what needs to be done. Remove the limb damage multiplier. Okay? Increase the damage at close range. Leave the recoil low. The reason why is because you should be promoting headshots. That's how you try to get people to get better at the game. Headshots. That's what happens in first-person shooters. No, it's not real life. It's a video game, right? So it's like SMGs should be a stepping stone for new players getting into the game, where they play with them because they're lower recoil, but you should still have to aim for the heads. And then when you want to graduate to an AR, you can. And then, or, you know, some skilled players might want to use SMGs for close quarter combat, which is fine. But the big argument is that right now in PUBG, SMGs promote poor aim, which the people who strictly stick with SMGs will never get better at the game.
With low recoil and high bullet velocity. And of course, I'll make sure to add this gun to my new damage sheet. And if you haven't checked that out yet...
Ooh, new damage sheet. Top damage weapons, where they at? The links in the Uh-oh. Where's the crossbow? The crossbow's not on the list. What the heck, dude? Crossbow's like right here below the
Well, I put it out today, but you gotta check it out. Go to wackyjackie101.com and check it out, or check that video right there. Next up is a new stun gun. Yeah, we're gonna get a stun gun that when you stun people is gonna temporarily stun them, disorient them, and increase their recoil. Why exactly it changes gun mechanics? I don't know. Maybe that's just how they decided to balance it, but I do find that a little bit strange.
I wonder what the range on this stun gun's gonna be. I mean, are you gonna be able to like shoot it like 20 meters or something like that? Or like you have to be point blank like in melee range? I don't know. Because, you know, in Counter-Strike, you got to be like up close enough to be able to knife somebody, right? When you shoot it. But I don't know. We'll see. Is it going to be viable? Are you going to want to take this stun gun over a smoke gun? I don't know. It's exclusive to Rondo, so you're not going to see it anywhere else. This is another thing that's kind of been frustrating to me, at least. These map exclusive, unique items and all that stuff, they need to be doing away with this. If you're not going to put an item in the game that's going to go across all maps, and it's something that you're putting into the game, like the comeback BR. Why is it that the comeback BR is only on Tego and Vikendi? And then their versions are different, and then you don't put them on all the other maps. Revives on certain maps, you know. It's okay if there's certain ARs and you swap the ARs out, whatever. I won't die on that hill. But why introduce something like this and then not put it in all the other maps? It just makes it so that the game is so much more confusing for anybody who's either a new player or someone coming back to the game after not playing it for a while.
And also, we're going to get a new vehicle that I briefly talked about here. There's going to be a new UAC model, an SUV that's going to be exclusive to this map too. Next is something that does sound a little bit crazy. We're going to have potentially 2 plane paths, 2 starting planes at the same time. Not every...
Dude, This is actually really cool. This is an awesome idea. I know there's been people who have talked about why not just have 2 planes, you know, increase the amount of people in the game where there's like 200 people or something and have 2 planes crossing at the same time. This is going to be really cool because there's going to be a new dynamic to hot dropping. Number one, it'll allow people more chances to get loot, but it's going to make rotations interesting. People are going to be able to drop more casually because if there's only 50 people in each plane, you know, that's going to allow people to be more dispersed around the map. But rotating is going to be weird because let's say you have plane pass and they cross like this. I would assume right in the center where they cross, that's going to be the hot drop, right? Everyone's from both planes are going to drop there. But if you want a more casual drop, you can drop further away from where the planes would intersect. Now, if they're parallel, well, it'll probably be the spot that's equidistant between the 2 plane paths. Once again, though, it looks like saying appearing in Rondo. This is going to be a Rondo specific thing. It's going to be something that's only on Rondo, which it's going to be a huge bummer because just like with the revive mechanic, if it's something that is good for the game and people really love it, it's only on one map. People aren't going to understand.
Every game will have this. I imagine it's going to be like the exploding plane on Tego, but there's going to be 2 airplanes? Well, at least I hope they put teams together when they are together in duos or a squad, but we'll have to wait and see how that's going to work. But very interesting.
Yeah, interesting cool. Indeed.
We're going to try it. Lastly, mid-level escalators. And not really sure what that means, but of course an escalator is what an escalator is. It's going to enable swift directional movement for strategic positioning. Okay. And new layer to combat and strategy. Okay. But it's going to be capable of moving objects. So yeah, you're going to be able to place a shield on it. You're going to be able to place a mortar on it probably. But also...
So... But how would that work? You put a shield on it, then the shield just goes to the top and it stops, right? Does it get broken? Does it get damaged when it reaches the top? Like, I don't... The escalators, I'm assuming, depending if the railings outside the escalator are tall enough, you might be able to get on to an escalator and sit crouched and then change your position to an upper level without being heard, right? Because you're not moving, you're not walking. It'll be interesting to see how this plays. Yeah, you could put C4s on the escalator and send the C4 up to the higher level. You won't hear that until it's pretty much on you. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know how much that's actually going to impact the gameplay, but we'll see how that pans out.
Also, of course, transport a vehicle. Lastly, we're going to get a jukebox and fireworks update. So yeah, there's going to be fireworks you can fire someplace on the map.
Oh,
okay.
Creating a more immersive experience. Jukebox and fireworks, man. You know what? It's crazy because, talk about immersion. There's nothing to me that says immersion more than being able to go into a random building, right? And just go find the jukebox and turn it on, right? Yeah, like I go shopping at Walmart and the first thing I do, man, I go into the store and I immediately pass the welcome center where the person's, welcoming everyone in. And then I bypass all the home and good products and just go right to the jukebox, man. It's crazy. Turn that sucker on. And fireworks, man, just fire those babies off all the time, It's crazy.
Okay. And then we're going to get AI creatures, birds and fish. Okay.
I'll bet you the birds will come in and poke your eyes out, right? And then the fish are going to nibble at your toes while you're in the water, slowly taking your health away.
Well, they haven't added sharks yet. So, for those who are swimming, but who knows? Maybe
yeah, sharks.
Either way, guys, this is what Rondo looks like. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And
Why not, instead of sharks too, why don't we, like, somewhere randomly in the map, they should just add a Bigfoot, right? So like you're running through the woods and then Bigfoot just appears and just destroys you, right? And then he disappears and then he reappears somewhere else, right? That would be amazing. Bigfoot sighting, right?
and most of all, I'm curious to play this. Very curious to play this.
Yeah, I'm excited to play it
It's gonna
too.
be out on the 6th of December. And of course, it's gonna then hit the test server a week earlier. So very excited to try this out, actually.
Yeah.
Very excited.
Always excited to try out a
10
new
maps,
map.
That's a lot. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
All right. Hey, thanks, Wacky. Appreciate it. All right. As always, chat, we're going to like the video. The link to the video will be below to the original video. Make sure you go over there and check it out. Like, subscribe. We'll see you next time.